Hey guys, so just a quick video. Nothing actually purchased yet, aside from what I already, have had for a long time. But I just wanted to talk about a plan that I have for 23, especially now that I'm going to be a one-bus man for a while, and seeing that the bus I tried to get did not work out, which that video uploaded like maybe an hour ago by the time I'm filming this, that bus 15 from Pleasants County. I decided, I had a thought this morning about the Show-Me flasher unit on Texas Street Man's bus, but I think I have a little bit different of a way of doing it. I don't know if it'll work or not. Talked with John a little bit. Seems like it might work, but I'm still pretty new to this whole mechanic thing, wiring, electrical, all that stuff, so I'll have to get with him a little more, but I do have a base plan, which is right down here on this paper. I hope you can read my writing, but I'll read it and read it out loud, and hopefully you can kind of understand my diagrams here. But basically, I want to put LED warning lights in the bus, and I want to put a Show-Me flasher in it. So take an LED warning light, strobe wire, which I couldn't remember what it was, but what color it was, but just for illustration's sake. The strobe, the solid will be going to the Show-Me flasher, the strobe will be going towards the warning light flasher, and I want to have plugs here. So a plug like this, where it's got the male and the female plug. I didn't shove it all the way in there, but basically this is your male plug, this is your female plug, because, well, nature, that's what. Anyways, I don't know which one I'm going to put on which yet, but basically I want to put the plugs, like, let's say like this, all male plugs on the lights, all females on the wires going to the flashers. So, or into the bus, the bus is right here, warning light flasher, Show-Me flasher. So basically, if I decide that I want to swap and put the strobe to the Show-Me flasher and the solid to the warning light flasher, I can just unplug this one and plug it up here on each light, and that way my strobes will be going to the Show-Me flasher, my solids will be going to the warning light flasher, in case I ever decide I want to change it for some reason, or in case for whatever reason it doesn't end up working that way. So here we've got one of the lights here. This came off of 147, I believe. Look at the label there. The white is the ground. Yes, this did come off of 147 because I redid these. I remember this. Okay. So the white goes to the ground. The red is a solid, steady burn, and the blue is strobing. So basically, what would happen is I would get that plug, and I'd put one on here and one on here, and then I'd get an eyelet and ground it to the screw here. So basically, plugs right here. So that way I can just plug and play as I see fit. And basically, the way that the flasher unit works, there's a wire for like the battery. There's a wire for so basically power to the thing, and a wire for the pattern flashing. So change the pattern. So like a power, basically the one for the battery, it's basically like a power switch, and then the other one is to change the pattern, to my understanding. So just a basic, just some of the switches I had back here, but basically just a basic rundown on that. So let's say that this one turns the system on, and then if I want to change the patterns, I can use that to change patterns. It's a momentary switch, so I can just change the pattern, change flash pattern, change the flash pattern. It has like 27 different patterns, so that's pretty cool. And maybe I can even use a warning light master switch as like so that way if I accidentally hit the switch, it doesn't actually come on while I'm on the road. So maybe I'll even use that as like an indicator light, hey, your Show-Me flasher system is on. But I do have these labeled, and like left output, right output. I will get to that here in a moment. We will go up to 23 and I will explain that. So here we're at 23, and you can see front and rear, there's somebody over there at their little trailer. So I'll go over the rear first and maybe the front, we will see. But see, let's see, up there are the warning lights. So basically I'm going to do right red with left amber and left red with right amber. So like that red light and that amber light and then that amber light and that red light together. So that is going to be the left output and right output. So basically right here you can see the way that everything's wired. That's the front of the bus. So this side of the bus, it goes down. So like that's the driver's side that the wires go down, because that's how it is in this bus, I believe. I'll have to double check, but I believe it does go down the driver's side of the bus up there above the windows. So I could go ahead and run the wires to everything if I want to, but I do not have time today. But basically I will just have to run the wires. So you can see how the left output and right output is. The yellow is left out or right output, and the blue is left output. So you see the rear and the front there. A is right and B is left outputs, because that's how the Sho-Me flasher works. So basically everything that's marked A will shine together, and everything that is marked B will shine together. So and with the way that it's wired, in theory, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm still new to all this, but basically the normal warning light flasher should work on its own, and the Sho-Me flasher should work on its own. So I couldn't run both of them together, but I could run them separate. I don't know exactly what would happen if I ran them together, and I really don't want to find out, because that would probably burn out the lights, and I don't want to do that. But just kind of a demonstration, I guess. But we'll get in the bus here. We'll start it up and do what we need to do here. And honestly, if I did this, I would probably put all of my Sho-Me flashers stuff like right here. So like these next 3 switches, or maybe these last 3, or maybe I'll do like these 3, or I'm not sure. I will do it somehow, but I'm not exactly sure how I will. So close that. So basically, you know, I would, let's say I put the switches here, so flip the master switch on for the Sho-Me flashers. That would be kind of like my power switch that goes to the batteries. Basically give it permission, and then maybe I do an on switch, like actually turn the system on, and then I would do another switch to change the pattern. So that's basically how that would work. But my warning lights should all still work the same. So let's master switch there, turn these lights on. You can see that in the mirror. So those would be strobing, you know, and that would all work the same. And then I could basically just have the Sho-Me flasher over here, and it would be its own separate thing. So that's kind of the way I'm trying to get it all situated. We will just have to see how it works, and we will go out here. Let's see if we can go out here. I need to see where these wires run to. Looks like they're all right here, so I'll just have to figure out which one's which. My flasher for the warning lights is back there. It's that big yellow box that has the numbers on it. But looks like all the wires kind of run down in here and up through here. I'd probably have to run different wires, but I need to see where if I have a battery hookup down here, just go straight to the battery. I would assume that I do. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll just have to look. don't see one, so I guess I'll just have to find out where the power comes from on some of this stuff, and if it's just with the ignition off. I'd rather do it with the ignition off, so that way I can leave the bus sitting off and turn that flasher unit on. So sorry for the long video. Also, I do plan on changing that out for LED here soon if I can. But, oh, there, over there. But do something here. So that would be its own system, and the Sho-Me flasher would be its own system. But let's see. Yeah, okay. It looks like it just has 4 screws on the back side of here. That's good. I figured it would, but or 4 little bolts or something. But I do plan on swapping these out for LED at some point. I think that is my problem as to why this light isn't working. Looks like it's totally disconnected. Cool. So I guess I'll fix that whenever I put the new lights on it. But that should be it. Not really a whole lot of actual updating since the last video, but just kind of talking about plans that I'd like to do. If you guys have any tips that you want to throw my way, I will gladly take them into consideration. And like I said, I'm not really familiar with wiring and stuff, but that's one reason why I bought buses, because I want to learn this kind of stuff. I can install lights, but installing flasher units and stuff I feel like is different. Switches, that sort of thing. But anyways, I guess that'll be it. Thanks for watching.